Tom lived on a wide ranch where the land stretched far, and the sky felt close to the ground. Every morning he woke before the sun and stepped outside to feel the cool air on his face. The ranch was quiet at that hour, but it never felt empty to him. Sounds of small footsteps and soft voices always followed soon after. Tom was a cowboy by work, but a father by life. The house on the ranch was old, but strong. It had marks on the walls that told stories of years gone by. 3 children lived there with Tom and filled the space with noise and movement. Ben was the oldest, and he watched the world carefully. Lily was in the middle and asked questions about everything she saw. Noah was the youngest and stayed close to Tom like a shadow. They were not born to him, but they belonged to him in every way that mattered. The children came into Tom's life through loss and chance. Each one had a past that carried pain and silence. Tom never asked them to explain more than they wished to share. He only promised to stay. Over time, trust grew like grass after rain. The ranch became more than a place to live. It became a safe ground where fear slowly faded. Tom did not talk much about the past. The town knew him as a quiet man who worked hard and paid his way. Some people wondered why he chose a life with children who were not his by blood. Tom never answered those questions. He believed love did not need to be explained. In the nearby town there was a woman named Anna. She worked in a small store where people stopped for food and supplies. She greeted everyone with kindness but kept her distance. Her smile was gentle, but her eyes held a guarded look. The town knew her as polite and quiet. No one knew much about her past. Anna lived alone in a small house near the edge of town. She liked her evenings quiet and her mornings slow. She had learned to depend on herself and trust only what she could see. Life had taught her that hopes could be fragile. Because of that, she carried her heart carefully. Tom first met Anna on a day when the wind was strong and the fence on his ranch broke. He drove into town for supplies and walked into the store covered in dust. Anna noticed him right away. Not because he looked different, but because he spoke with calm respect. Their conversation started with small talk about tools and weather. It ended with a feeling neither expected. Over the next weeks, Tom returned to the store more often. Sometimes he needed supplies and sometimes he only needed a reason to stop. Anna noticed his steady presence and his simple honesty. He never tried to impress her. He spoke about the ranch and the children without pride or shame. That made her feel safe. One evening Tom invited Anna to visit the ranch. She hesitated at first but agreed. When she arrived, she saw the children running across the field. Their laughter carried through the air and filled the space. Anna smiled but felt something tighten inside her chest. The house was warm and full of life. Lily talked non-stop and showed Anna her drawings. Ben stayed close and watched quietly. Noah held Anna's hand without asking. Tom watched from a distance and felt a calm sense of rightness. As the sun lowered behind the hills, the children settled down. The sky turned soft with fading light. Tom and Anna sat on the porch and listened to the wind move through the land. The moment felt peaceful but heavy. Anna took a breath and spoke the truth she had carried for years. She told Tom that she could not have children. Her voice was steady, but her hands trembled. She expected silence or pity. She expected distance. Tom looked at her with a calm expression. He did not turn away or change his tone. He smiled gently and told her that he already had enough. His words were simple but full of meaning. Anna did not know how to respond. The wind moved between them and the moment stayed still. She realized he was not dismissing her truth. He was sharing his own. That night, Anna drove home with many thoughts in her mind. The ranch stayed with her like a quiet echo. She did not yet understand that her life had begun to shift. Anna did not sleep well that night after visiting the ranch. Her mind stayed busy with thoughts she could not slow down. The image of the children running through the field returned again and again. Tom's calm voice stayed with her longer than she expected. She had shared a truth she usually kept hidden. Instead of distance, she had found acceptance. The next morning, Anna returned to her routine at the store. People came and went as usual, but she felt different inside. Her smile came easier and her thoughts drifted back to the ranch. She told herself not to read too much into one evening. Life had taught her to move slowly with hope. Tom also felt the change. Back on the ranch, he worked through the day with a lighter step. The children noticed his quiet smile and asked questions. He told them Anna might visit again. Lily clapped her hands with excitement. Ben nodded carefully, as if measuring the idea. Noah simply smiled and returned to playing. Days passed, and Anna visited the ranch again. This time she stayed longer. She helped Lily with her drawings and listened to Ben talk about school. Noah followed her everywhere and asked endless questions. Anna tried to keep some distance, but the children did not notice her effort. They accepted her presence without conditions. Tom watched quietly and allowed things to grow naturally. He did not push or rush. He believed real connection needed time and space. He trusted Anna to find her place in her own way. One afternoon, Anna stayed late and helped prepare dinner. The kitchen felt full of movement and warmth. The children laughed and argued over small things. Anna found herself smiling without thinking. It surprised her how easily she fit into the moment. Later that evening, she sat alone on the porch after the children went to sleep. The quiet felt heavier than before. She realized she was afraid. She feared getting attached to something that might not last. She feared hurting the children if she left. Anna spoke to Tom honestly the next day. She told him she did not want to confuse the children. She said she did not want to give them hope if she could not stay. Her voice carried worry and care at the same time. Tom listened with patience. He told her the children had already faced loss. He said they knew how to survive change. He explained that honesty mattered more than certainty. He did not ask her to promise anything. Anna thought about his words for many days. She realized he was not asking her to become someone else. He was only inviting her to be present. That idea felt gentle and strong at the same time. As weeks passed, Anna became a regular part of ranch life. She helped with small chores and shared meals. She learned the quiet rhythms of the place. The ranch no longer felt like somewhere she visited. It felt familiar. The children began to trust her in deeper ways. Lily asked her questions about feelings she could not explain. Ben shared worries he kept hidden from others. Noah reached for her hand whenever he felt unsure. Anna listened and stayed. One evening, Ben asked her why she always came back. The question caught her off guard. She answered simply that she liked being there. That truth surprised her with its strength. Anna started to notice changes in herself. She laughed more easily and worried less about the future. She felt useful and wanted. These feelings both comforted and frightened her. She knew she was standing on the edge of something important. One night a storm rolled across the land. Rain fell hard and thunder filled the sky. The children gathered close inside the house. Anna sat with them and held their hands. She felt their fear and stayed calm for them. As the storm passed, the house felt quiet and safe. Anna realized she had not thought about herself in that moment. She had only thought about the children. That realization stayed with her long after the night ended. Later she stood outside alone and looked at the stars. She understood that her life had already changed. She had not planned for it and had not controlled it. It had simply happened through care and time. Anna knew fear still lived inside her. She knew the future was uncertain. But she also knew she did not want to walk away from what she was building. The ranch had become a place where her heart felt steady. Tom watched her from a distance and saw the same truth. He did not speak it out loud. He believed some things grew stronger when left unspoken. By the end of that season, Anna was no longer just a visitor. She was part of the daily rhythm of the ranch. She had not replaced anyone. She had added something new. And without realizing it, fully Anna had begun to build a family she never thought she could have. By the time the next season arrived, Anna felt deeply connected to the ranch and everyone in it. Her days no longer felt empty or repetitive. Each morning brought a reason to wake up with purpose. She had slowly stopped thinking of herself as an outsider. The children now looked for her before starting their day. Lily wanted help with small tasks and stories. Ben trusted her enough to share worries he once kept silent. Noah stayed close and followed her steps everywhere. Anna noticed how natural it all felt. Still doubts lived quietly inside her. Late at night when the house slept, she wondered if she truly belonged. She feared that one mistake could break what she had helped build. She had never carried responsibility like this before. Tom noticed her silence during those moments. He never forced questions or answers. He believed trust was built through patience. He showed her support by standing steady beside her. One afternoon Ben returned from school quieter than usual. He avoided eye contact and went straight to his room. Anna sensed something was wrong and waited for the right moment. Later she knocked softly and sat beside him. Ben spoke slowly about feeling different from others. He talked about missing people he could not name. Anna listened without interrupting. She did not try to fix his pain. She simply stayed with him. That evening Ben thanked her in a quiet voice. Anna felt a deep weight lift from her chest. She realized how important presence could be. Lily faced her own struggles during those days. She felt frustrated when things did not go her way. Anna helped her learn patience through small moments. They worked together and laughed through mistakes. Noah needed comfort in simpler ways. He needed reassurance that people would stay. Anna made sure he never felt alone. She learned how much her actions mattered more than words. As time passed, the town began to notice the change. People saw Anna at the ranch more often. They saw her walk with the children and talk with Tom. Whispers followed, but Anna no longer cared. One day someone asked her if she planned to stay forever. The question stayed with her long after it was asked. She realized forever no longer scared her as it once had. That evening she talked with Tom about her fears. She told him she worried about failing the children. She worried about taking a place she had not earned. Her honesty felt heavy but necessary. Tom listened calmly and replied with care. He told her the children did not need perfection. He said they needed consistency and kindness. He reminded her that she had already shown both. Anna thought deeply about his words. She realized she had been measuring herself against impossible standards. She had forgotten that love grew through effort and honesty. Soon after, Lily became ill and needed rest. Anna stayed by her side day and night. She read stories and held her hand. Lily felt safe and recovered quickly. That moment changed something inside Anna. She understood she was capable of more than she believed. She had given comfort without hesitation. One night a strong wind swept across the land. The house creaked and the sky felt restless. The children gathered together. Anna sat among them and told calm stories. The storm passed and peace returned. The children slowly fell asleep. Anna stayed awake longer and watched them rest. She felt a deep sense of responsibility and care. She stepped outside later and looked across the fields. The stars felt closer than ever. She realized this place had become home without asking permission. Tom joined her quietly. They stood together without speaking. Words felt unnecessary. The connection between them felt strong and steady. In that silence, Anna finally understood her role. She was not replacing anyone. She was becoming something new. She was becoming family. The next morning, Anna woke with clarity. Fear no longer ruled her choices. She chose to stay not because she was needed, but because she wanted to be there. The children sensed the change in her. They felt more secure and relaxed. The house felt warmer. As days passed, Anna embraced her place fully. She accepted the joy and the responsibility together. She stopped waiting for permission to belong. By the end of that season, Anna had grown stronger. She had learned that family could be chosen. She had learned that love did not require certainty. And without saying it out loud, she knew her heart had found its home. Time moved forward quietly on the ranch and brought changes that felt gentle instead of heavy. Anna settled into daily life without questioning every step she took. The house no longer felt borrowed or temporary. It felt like a place where her presence mattered. The children grew in small but meaningful ways. Ben became more confident and spoke more openly about his thoughts. Lily learned patience and found joy in helping others. Noah laughed easily and slept without fear of being left alone. Anna watched these changes and felt pride she never expected to feel. Tom noticed the peace that had settled over the ranch. He saw how Anna moved through the house with comfort and care. He saw how the children leaned toward her naturally. He understood that something rare had taken root. One evening the family sat together watching the sky change colors. The land stretched wide and calm before them. Anna listened to the children talk about their dreams and plans. She realized she was part of those dreams now. Later that night, Anna spoke to Tom with quiet certainty. She told him she was no longer afraid of staying. She told him she understood what family meant now. Her voice was steady and clear. Tom listened and smiled softly. He told her that she had already proven where she belonged. He said love was shown through actions, not promises. The next days passed with warmth and routine. Anna helped with schoolwork and chores. She shared laughter and quiet moments. Life felt full without being overwhelming. The town slowly accepted the change as well. People saw Anna not as a visitor but as part of the ranch. They greeted her with respect and ease. Anna no longer felt the need to explain herself. One afternoon Lily asked Anna if she would always come back home. The word home stayed with Anna long after the question. She answered with honesty and said she planned to stay. Lily smiled and hugged her tightly. Ben later told Anna that he felt safe knowing she was there. His words carried weight and trust. Anna thanked him and felt tears rise but stayed strong. Noah simply held her hand and stayed close as always. His quiet trust spoke louder than words. As seasons changed, the ranch continued to grow in warmth. Holidays came and passed with shared meals and simple traditions. Anna learned that family was built through time and care. One night, Anna stood alone under the stars and thought about her past. She remembered the fear and sadness she once carried. She realized those feelings no longer controlled her. Tom joined her and they stood side by side in silence. The connection between them felt deep and steady. They did not need to define it with words. In that moment, Anna understood the truth behind Tom's smile from the beginning. He had not been ignoring her pain. He had been inviting her into something larger. She could not have children by birth, but she had found something just as meaningful. She had found connection, purpose, and belonging. The children grew older, but their bond remained strong. They knew they were chosen every day. That knowledge gave them strength. Anna continued to show up through every challenge and joy. She learned that love did not run out when shared. It grew instead. Years later the ranch still stood strong and full of life. The house echoed with voices and memories. Anna looked around and felt gratitude. She had once feared she would never belong. Now she knew that family was not limited by one path. It was built by staying caring and choosing love. And the cowboy who already had enough found that his family had grown in the best way possible.